Starting.
Welcome back, and thank you for joining us today. We have Lisa Varela-Schutz, Practice Lead and Public Sector Sales Manager with Ingram Micro Cloud with us today to expand upon and share the scope of our Contracts Alliance program and what this really means to you as an Ingram Micro Cloud partner during this episode of our Public Sector Soundbite. Each soundbite dives into the services, resources, and program offerings Ingram Micro Cloud has created to become the destination for your distribution needs. So let's get started. Lisa, can you take it away?
Thanks, Jody. So good afternoon, everybody. My name is Lisa Varela-Schutz. As Jody mentioned, I am the practice leader and sales manager for our public sector IS team. And I'm excited to share with you our program called Contracts Alliance Program. We refer to it as CAP, but today I want to talk a little bit about what it is, how it works, and then maybe show you some contract comparisons with our competitors. So when you ask about the Contracts Alliance program and you ask about what it is, I kind of jumped the gun on this, so let me just go back. This is probably the agenda on what I'm trying to explain. Sorry about that. This is a program overview. We're going to talk about the partner growth, and then we're going to talk about how we stack up against our competitors, and then what it is that you need to do to get started. Now I can talk about what the program is. So our CAP program is a value-added offering that allows Ingram Micro Cloud to partner with another partner that allows you to access contracts. And that's important, as you know, that if you have a contract, you can get to market faster. You can close a deal, if not today, tomorrow, but within hours. So contracts are very key to the way we do business. So we've developed this program as a value add to support you to get to close your business at a faster rate. So there are administrative fees along with this contract. So this contract is a competitive contract that the other partners currently would be bidding against, but there is no fee when they use our contract. So it is a value added and no fee for anything around AWS. That includes our administrative fees and our IFF fees. For partner-led professional services, for Microsoft Azure and IBM Cloud and GCP, there will be a fee for the admin and the IFF fee, but you'll see that it's very competitive. It's around 5%. So you'll see that our competitors are probably doing it between 7 and 8 and 9%. Our partner in this program is Strategic Communications. We call them our contract holding partner. What that means is they will hold the contracts, they will support the contract, they will administer the contract for you. Your role in being part of this program would be to align with them in two models, a team and agreement model or an agent agreement model. And what that means is that you can use their contracts the way that suits your business at the time. And they can walk through the process on the difference between a teaming agreement and an agent agreement. But typically an agent agreement means that you can just take their number, put it on your contract, and you're good to go. A teaming agreement means you got to work with Strategic Communications to understand what the T's and C's are, and then they manage the contract for you. But it's all still very simple. A little bit about Strategic Communications. They are a woman-owned, minority-owned, 8A set-aside business. So what that means for you, and some of you might get excited there because you know set-asides are very important. So if there is an RFP out there that you're looking for, they could be your teaming partner to be able to comply with the set-aside. So they can help you with the 8A status as well, or a minority or woman-owned. So why is it important for you? I mean, I think you know this already, right? There's no contract fee, so you're saving on your margin. It's going to streamline your procurement. So you don't have to go out to bid. You don't have to go out to RFP. Like I mentioned, you can close the deal in a matter of hours if that procurement officer allows for those contracts. And then we have some expertise around that. So in the CAP program, one of the cool things that I'm excited about that I firmly believe that our competitors don't have is they are going to provide you with additional opportunities. So for example, they own the NASPO contract, and they have 13 participating addendums. So the 13 participating addendums, if you pick a participating addendum, I'm sure that you're familiar with this, but it means that you are authorized in a particular state. So California or Texas or New Mexico. And if you decide that you want to focus on New Mexico, then what we're going to do is we're going to start supplying you with additional opportunities in New Mexico based around your superpowers. So your superpowers are, backup and recovery, migration, data-led migration. We will identify those for them. So when those RFP opportunities come, you will be able to take an opportunity to bid on those. And then you kind of ask, like, well, what's in it for strategic communications and why would they be sending you these RFPs? Well, they are a small women-owned business. So they can't take all the RFPs that are out there and respond to them. And they don't have all the superpowers out there. So maybe the superpowers that they don't respond to, they're going to send them down to you, understanding what you can do, and then giving you that opportunity. And that allows them to show performance on their contracts. And that's key when partners are owning their own contracts. So it's kind of a win-win. You get to use a contract. You don't have to administer it. You don't have to worry about it. Strategic Alliance will take care of it for you. But at the same time, you now have a contract that you get to use. Some of the other contracts that she has available for state and local education are the Texas DIR or the G22 Marketplace. Around federal, she's got the Seaport contract and the NASA SOUP and the CIOCS. These are all key contracts that the Army, the DoD, state and local governments are interested in using. We also have on our Contracts Alliance program access to the to the NCPA contract and the GSA schedule. And that is through Ingram Micro, but that is also through our Contracts Alliance program. So as you can see, we have quite a few contracts that you can leverage. And the only way to find out if you can use these contracts is to work with your procurement officers and ask them, what contracts do you prefer to use? So here's just a quick map to show you what it looks like, right? If you want to share this with, your end users, or if you're through the, national and you want to look around and see where else you can access these contracts, this is a great map to show you that the NASPO contract, where they have addendums, where they have the agreements. And the difference between the agreements and the addendums is that they have agreements to transact. They just haven't opened what they call participating addendums. And those are done by having an actual opportunity. So if you have an actual opportunity, we can get any of these states set up for you. So just know that as you walk away from this. And then the Texas DIR, that is a national contract, although we just have it highlighted for Texas. It can be used in all 50 states as well. And then if I want to be honest and I want to be forward on what we're doing and as we move forward, if you look to the right, to the northeast, we do have some states that are not colored in yet. And that's because we don't have contracts there and we haven't set that up. But we are looking for additional partners to participate in this program with us who have contracts in those areas. So if you have some contracts or you're aware of other partners that might, we would be interested in having a conversation so that you can have access to those contracts as well. And then we just recently developed this matrix. So, how do we stack up against the competitors? And I know it's a little small, and I can probably see if I can make it just a little bit bigger. But this is our comparison matrix, and what it shows is the contracts that we have today currently. So on this row right here, Contracts Alliance, Ingram Micro Cloud, you'll see this top portion right here, it's the federal contracts that we have access to. And then our competitors. You can see that we can check the box in all the federal contracts. So we're definitely in the game on the federal space. If you take a look at state and local and education, you can see that there are some blank spaces, I'll be honest. You can see that our competitors have more boxes, but they've been in this business a lot longer than we have. And we are starting to ramp up. And I feel that towards the end of this year, you will start to see that these boxes and these get filled up as well, as we get new partners on board, excuse me, or as we get on contracts ourselves. So really, how do you get started? The best way is to reach out to us. You have my contact information. I can walk you through and do a deep dive on the Contracts Alliance program. There are some forms that you can fill out, and I'll give you this PowerPoint. But once you get this PowerPoint, you feel free to give me a call. My program manager is Heather Grimsley. She drives the Contracts Alliance program. She can help set up a meeting with Strategic Communications, and then we can get the ball rolling for you. It's really a simple process, and we can really help you understand exactly where it is that you're at and what they're doing, and then help you drive this business. So that's what I have for today, if anybody has any questions. No questions?